World Cup, Qatar 2022 build-up, opening ceremony details. FIFA chief Infantino says fans can survive without beer. The opening ceremony of the World Cup will take place on 20th November, ahead of the opening Group A match between host Qatar and Ecuador. The opening ceremony is scheduled to begin at 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. The original plan was for the opening ceremony to be held before Qatar's first game on 21st November, which would have created the unusual situation of two games being held before it. The opening match was then brought forward by a day. Ecuadorian President Guillermo Lasso said he will not attend his nation's high-profile opening match against Qatar, citing domestic unrest. World Cup fans can survive without beer. Infantino said that World Cup fans can survive for 3 hours a day without beer after sales were banned around stadiums. I think personally if for 3 hours a day you cannot drink a beer, you will survive, he said. The same applies in France, Spain, Scotland. World Cup chiefs on Friday banned beer sales around stadiums in Qatar in a stunning U-turn, just 48 hours before Sunday's kickoff. Alcohol is largely prohibited in the Islamic nation, but the organizers sparked fury from fans with their dramatic late decision. Football's world governing body FIFA said beer would not be sold to fans around any of the 8 World Cup stadiums following discussions with the hosts. It said beer sales would be focused on fan zones and licensed venues, removing sales points of beer from Qatar's FIFA World Cup 2022 stadium perimeters. It gave no reason for the surprise decision, but media reports said there had been an intervention by Qatar's ruling family. Dozens of Budweiser beer tents had already been set up at grounds ahead of the first game. FIFA chief Infantino voices support for LGBTQ community, migrant workers. FIFA President Gianni Infantino expressed support for the LGBTQ community and migrant workers in his opening press conference of the Qatar World Cup on Saturday. Today I feel Qatari, today I feel Arab, today I feel African, today I feel gay, today I feel disabled, today I feel a migrant worker, he said. The build-up to the tournament in the Gulf state has been dominated by concerns over Qatar's treatment of migrant workers, women and the LGBTQ community. Qatar officials say their country has been the target of racism and double standards. They point to the reforms on working conditions and safety that have been hailed as groundbreaking in the Gulf region. World Cup warm-up defeat to Egypt wake-up call for Belgium, says coach Martinez. Belgium's defeat to Egypt in Friday's World Cup warm-up international was a wake-up call before the tournament, said coach Roberto Martinez. The Belgians, second in the FIFA rankings and semi-finalists at the last World Cup, looked flat and out of form as they were beaten 1-2 in Kuwait City by a Mohamed Salah-inspired Egypt, which is not going to the World Cup. Mentally we were not ready for this match. We were not good in possession. There was too little pace, no offensive balance, we rarely got to the second ball, Martinez said as Belgium headed for its base at Salwa Beach in Qatar to prepare for its opening Group F game against Canada on Wednesday. Egypt were simply better than us. It was as if a lot of our guys just didn't want to get hurt, while you saw with Egypt that they absolutely wanted to win this match. The World Cup is seen as the last chance for Belgium's so-called golden generation to win a major title. It was top of the FIFA rankings for 4 successive years, but since slipped to second behind Brazil.